item. There we go. Let's turn a light on. Then way you can see me, I can see you. So, okay. Y'all, I am in love once again with my air fryer. We did cheap, store-bought corn dogs from the freezer section. Got them done from frozen in 7 minutes. Okay. Maybe closer to 10 by the time everything happened. Okay. So say 10 minutes, right? With fries. Hi, Georgia. So, yeah. And then I searched for like quick food, found out that I can do Hot Pockets in there, the taquitos, and all this stuff that Juan gets, right? And this ties in with meal planning. All the stuff that I get for Juan for when he gets home and needs something quick. Yeah, like have as much time as in an oven. So
I love Mom's air fryer.
I am in love with my air fryer yet again. Also found a recipe for Brussels sprouts and broccoli and green bean fries. So you know what's coming. But hi Pamela. So yeah.
This is gonna be so good.
That air fryer going nowhere. And once the air fryer dies, I'm getting a new one. Just, yeah. Yeah. And I will probably upgrade to the air fryer oven and then get rid of my toaster oven because then I got a whole bunch of things.
How many days until your birthday?
I have 30, 40, 51 days until my birthday.
Good. Because we know your present.
You know my present? Are you going to tell me?
No.
Why not? I thought we don't keep secrets in this family.
Tomorrow, I'll ask Dad if it's okay if I tell you.
Dad's going to say no. I can tell you that right now.
Because it's a secret, Mom.
I know, but we don't keep secrets in this family.
Gosh darn it, my feet are all oily.
Yeah, I know. I got to go over it with my floor cleaner. I can get you some ice cream. Okay, I got to get Little Man some ice cream, and then we are going to get talking about meal planning and the reason why I brought up the air fryer. Besides the fact that it's absolutely amazing that I got a corn dog done in 10 minutes. Because that is amazing.
Guys, you're not going to believe what I did a couple days ago. I conquered the water. Oh, wow. Thank you, Shannon. Oh, wow, a corn dog.
It's Sheena.
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 I conquered the water by going under it.
Yes, he finally went under the water. Here you go. Get in a spoon. So, I literally had 2 dishes to do tonight. And then we had mandarin oranges too. So, yeah. Happy. Amazing. All right. Andrea says it's not a secret, it's a surprise. Hi, Andrea.
No, it is a secret.
Yeah, he was in the swimming pool. Sheena, oh wow. Hi, Jasek. Nice job. Woohoo. Cool, Jasek. Sheena also says a nice job on your volcano. The air fryer oven that I have is the Power Air Fryer Oven. The The one that's like on TV sort of deal. It's the original Power Air Fryer. I love that thing. The easiest thing. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we were thinking about getting Jacek into, well, let me rephrase. I was thinking about getting Jacek into swimming lessons. Daddy wants to teach him himself.
What?
So, but yeah, I mean, he was swimming underwater and everything. I never would have bought the air fryer, and I believe I've said it before, but I got it from my grandma. And now I will never not have an air fryer, at least as long as they continue to make them and things. So, and I'm sure eventually somebody will come up with something bad about it. You know, the circulating air is bad for your health or something. I don't know. But eventually everything that's awesome turns out to be bad for you. So, well, to be fair, Andrea, you live in Michigan. I don't know, with this past year, it seems like we've had more winter than we've had summer, although summer is here with a vengeance. So, yeah, I never, ever would have gotten an air fryer if it wouldn't have been for my grandma, because my grandma has to have all these doodads. That's how I got my amazing bread maker, and that's how I got my NutriBullet. My giant NutriBullet, and nope, I didn't get the KitchenAid that way. I like that. It is. Okay, see, Cynthia, and I was the same way. Jacek and I made crab rangoons in there the other week. Amazing, and they only took 3 minutes to make them. Now I have ways to make all like the pre-made foods, so that way my sweetie can use them after work. Right. But I can't wait to try the green bean fries, the fried Brussels sprouts, and the fried broccoli. That I'm so looking forward to. We even found one for s'mores, but my stove does just fine for s'mores. So, and I mean, it's amazing that we did that with the air fryer today, because it ties right in to the cooking, right? From not to start. So my whole point with that is you don't go from not doing a lot of cooking and not doing a lot of meal planning to planning extravagant meals right away. There is nothing wrong with a meal plan that says corn dogs, fries, and applesauce, and then frozen pizza, and White Castle burgers, because you can get White Castle burgers in the store and just heat them up. And then chicken tenders and chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese. There you go, Pamela. That is what we had to do with my grandmother. The only reason why I got like the air fryer and the bread maker and stuff before she left us is because she was in independent living, and then it was not allowed in her assisted living. So I got it early. There's a ton of chemicals in those frozen meals, which is why I normally like to make the stuff from scratch.
Oh, Mom, I got this. Guys, I'm sorry to say this, but if you're a dry store-bought fruit fan, well, may not be cool. They add sugar.
Yes, they add sugar to dried fruit in the store, but you can make it yourself using not an oven, not a dehydrator. All you need is a fan and furnace filters. Check out the Alton Brown video on it. It is absolutely amazing. You just need a big old box fan, there's a specific kind of furnace filters, and you can make dried fruit and jerky that way. Because you don't want to put it in the oven, you don't want to use a dehydrator because then you're adding heat and that changes the flavor of the dehydrated food. So you can make that meal plan simple. Keep it simple, sister. It doesn't have to be extravagant. So when you're going from one extreme, don't head to the other extreme. You don't have to go from nothing to everything in one day. Georgia, they have right now, and I know this because I want it, but I can't justify it. Okay? But I'll give you the rundown. If you go on to, I believe it's thepowerairfryer.com. I think that's what it's called. They have the air fryer oven right now. Honey, can I talk? And you get a fry basket with it. You get a rotisserie with it. You get a whole bunch of other stuff. And you get an Instapot with it. And I believe it's like $140. Now you can laugh. So that would give you the rotisserie, because the ones that I've seen in the store don't come with their rotisserie. Right, I paid $70 for mine. It's off-brand, but I can't make yogurt. And that is like the one thing I wanted to be able to make was yogurt, and I can't make yogurt. The air fryer oven, and I don't remember the exact website. I'll have Jacek look it up maybe later.
I'm actually never going to look it up.
The air fryer oven that's online it is a toaster oven, it is an air fryer, it is a convection oven, it is a dehydrator, and there was one other thing that's all in it, and it's like absolutely amazing. But I already own an Instapot, so I can't justify getting it for that. And I already own an air fryer that is working just fine, so I can't justify buying it for that. So I just have to sit and wait patiently. But that is the one that I know of that has the rotisserie with it. There might be a different brand that has the rotisserie with it, like maybe the Ninja Foodie or something like that might have a rotisserie with it. I don't know. That one has a rotisserie with it, Ladybugs? I thought Prime Day was the 15th and the 16th. 14th. Okay. 14th and 15th. So that's another good way. If you need one, like I said, I already have one. I cannot justify spending the money on it. If you need one, check out Prime Day. So it's Christmas in July. All right. Now, Sheena, what happens if you have a freezer full of food and you have basically crushed ice on your food container? Does that mean like it's been in there so long and the ice from the freezer is coming off and going on it? I would definitely agree, Sheena. That is exactly why I got my toaster oven, was because my oven was dying. That is the exact reason why I got my toaster oven. So, or check out the air fryer oven, because that's a toaster oven and everything else in there. And then you can give the other Instapot as a gift. Somebody will really love you then. Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'll find it and then I will copy. Okay.
I broke my legs.
You broke your legs. I need my mouse. Okay. I have found, and I hope you guys are still there. You're still here. That's his dried fruit recipe. And okay, here is, I wouldn't worry about it if it's not on the food, Sheena. You don't need to worry about it. There's his beef jerky recipe. Yeah, if there's no ice on the food, the only time you have to worry is like if the vegetables are like stuck together, because that means that they've warmed up and then refrozen and they're all lumped together. Right? That was my whole reason for wanting an Instapot, was making yogurt and to do a pressure cooker. That was my exact whole reason for wanting an Instapot. And my Instapot can't make yogurt.
But her first Instapot got recalled.
Mm-hmm. My first Instapot that I had got recalled. So, but, I mean, I still love it. I love the fact that I can make spaghetti in 7 minutes. I love the fact that I can make pot roast in 20, you know. See, now the Instapot group that I am with on Facebook, there was a couple ladies or on there that have made yogurt and talked about how amazing and how easy it was. But then again, one person's version of easy when it comes to cooking is extremely hard for another person's. So I don't know. I don't have one that can do it, so I don't get to do it. Yes, to which one, Ladybugs? Is it a lot of work to do the yogurt? Or not so much, and it's pretty awesome to have it? The other thing that, like the Instapot, the slow cooker, the air fryer, the pizza oven, is awesome to start kids cooking. Giuseppe, if you've got younger ones, Giuseppe got for a very, very long time, even way past the age frame, High Five, which was from Highlights, and they had a recipe in every single month, and he would make the recipe every single month, and that's how he found his love of cooking. So I just like the fact that with one container, Sheena, one container of yogurt with the active live cultures in it, you can make an entire quart. Because we go through yogurt in this house like crazy. And then to be able to make frozen yogurt, hello, enough said. I mean, come on now. To be able to have frozen yogurt in that's the other thing I want. I want a new ice maker or new ice cream maker. My ice cream maker is the same one that my parents got when I was just sex age. That's my ice cream maker. And it works and it's great. But I want a new one because I'm spoiled. I'll admit that, okay? Eventually I'll get it. I haven't even seen one that I like. So have the kids cook. Have them start with something. Search on the internet for ideas for kids to cook. Kids cooking, easy kids cooking, fast kids cooking, summer kids cooking. And get them helping if they can. Because I have found that the more he cooks and with the variety of ingredients, the more he eats. Because as you're cooking, what is the first rule of cooking? Taste as you go. So he has to taste it. Therefore, it gets him to eat more ingredients. All right. The other thing with making meal plans, actually, the biggest thing with meal plans is don't overcomplicate things. If you have is it a cookbook for you or a cookbook for the kids or? If you have 2-3 meals that are frozen pizza and corn dogs and macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets and a day that's out to eat and stuff like that, that is the key to cooking, Sheena, is taste as you go. Because then you learn how things are supposed to taste and how they change when you add each ingredient. Oh, cool. Jacek has a Betty Crocker Kids Cookbook, and he absolutely loves that thing. And because he's learned the taste as you go, he is able to change up the recipes because he knows how when you add a certain seasoning or a certain ingredient, it changes. Oh, wonderful. She's going to love it. Oh, very cool, Sheena. I'll have to check it out. He knows how when you add certain ingredients, it's going to change the way things taste. So he can say, like when he was making his chili.
Wait, what's today?
Today is Wednesday.
Okay, the what?
Wednesday the 10th. He was able to say, no, I think this needs more garlic. Or I think this needs some onion. I think this needs onion powder. He was able to say that because he knows how it is. And Sheena, it's never too late to learn to taste as you go.
Right, on Wednesday the 17th,
yeah,
I cook.
That's next week, Wednesday.
Yeah.
That day, what were we having? That was the day we were going to have chicken patties. Do you want to change it?
Yeah.
You want to cook?
Yeah.
All right. Bring me my pencil so I can cross it off.
Guys, I made a tornado.
It is way too hot for chili, so you can't make chili.
I know.
All right.
I'll figure out what I want to make.
All right, just a sec. If you would like to make your chicken salad with the grapes and the celery and everything else that you made that one time, that would be amazing because that chicken salad was to die for.
Yeah.
Oh, the crud. That reminds me. Correct. Just ask Gordon Ramsay. I have Gordon Ramsay's cookbook. That thing, the bomb. Well, one of them. Andrea, you still need your sex barbecue sauce recipe. Or did I send it to you? I don't remember. Gordon Ramsay has the best recipe for broccoli soup. Okay. It is broccoli, water, salt, and pepper. And that is it. You steam the broccoli or boil the broccoli, right? Then you stick the broccoli in a blender and you pour some of that water on there that now also has broccoli flavor in it. And you add salt and pepper and you blend. And there is your broccoli soup. And it literally, and I do mean literally, feels like it is exploding with flavor in your mouth. It is the best broccoli soup I have ever had. And I'm sure if you wanted to, you could add some cheese on the top. But if you want healthy, there you go. Broccoli and water. I come on now. And I remember watching his show when he had unveiled this recipe. Is that thunder? Okay. And he says, it's broccoli soup. Why do you want to add anything to it? Why do you need this and this and this and this? It was one of those restaurant shows. He's like, you need broccoli. That's it. It was hilarious. Oh, I love Gordon Ramsay. I love Gordon Ramsay. He's amazing. All right. So didn't sound like a motorcycle. You want to look out the patio window and see, because it's been 100 degrees today. So if it rains, it's not going to be cool.
Here's blue sky.
There's a blue sky over there too.
So where's above here?
You know, make things easy. No cream in it. Nothing. Just water and broccoli and salt and pepper. That's it. That is it. It was crazy. And we tried it and it was great. Happens that we tried it the night that my dad came down for dinner. My dad hates broccoli. My dad loved that soup. And it's funny because all it tastes like is broccoli because there's nothing else in it for it to taste any different. So when it comes to meal planning, keep it simple. Ooh. How long till fall? Hold on, I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 Saturdays. 11 Saturdays till fall. Ooh, that does sound amazing. You know, we do soup in the summertime too. We'll do soup and sandwiches. You just don't want to have a heavy soup. So, yeah, I've done soup. Matter of fact, that one year I made a different soup every Thursday for an entire year. And yes, I kept track of them to make sure I didn't repeat. And we had soup and sandwiches. Matter of fact, it was Thursday. Every Thursday for an entire year. And amazing enough, I never even tried gazpacho in the summertime. Right? I know in Wisconsin it's going to show up soon enough. So, 10 more Saturdays until I'm married. I get married on Friday the 13th of September. So, we got 11 Saturdays until fall and 10 Saturdays until I'm married. So, there you go. help yourself out when it comes to meal planning. Every single day of the week. Oh, that's right. I love fall. I really do. I love seeing the colors change and all that. So I love fall.
You know, my fall, that's when Eddie fires, as I mentioned, to fire out his leaf blower.
Yes, that's when you're going to get to use the leaf blower. So I make bacon 7 days a week in this house, basically. So what I do is I make 4 packages of bacon at one time, and then I just heat them up. A couple pieces here and there. So that way I don't have to worry about making bacon every single morning. If you know you're going to have chicken twice in a week, make all the chicken at one time and then put it in something else. Ground beef. I brown ground beef 5 pounds at a time, and I just put a little pepper and a little onion and garlic in there because almost every single recipe has onion and garlic to go with it. Brown it all ahead of time. And then that way and then freeze it. And then you just got to pull out a pound of already ground beef. You could even make some with tacos. So that way you've already got immediate tacos. Help yourself out. So tomorrow, I think we're going to talk shortcuts. Like I just gave you a couple of them. Today, what I really, really, really want to stress is keep it simple. Until you are feeling confident, keep it simple. It's not about having extravagant meals. It's just about knowing what you're going to have. That's it. Even if you know that Monday you're going to McDonald's and Tuesday you're going to Burger King and Wednesday you're going to Wendy's and Thursday you're going to Taco Bell and Friday you're going to Pizza Hut. Okay? It is still a meal plan. So it doesn't have to be extravagant. Keep it simple. We get stressed out. You've got work that can stress you out. You've got kids that can stress you out. You've got bills that stress you out. Home repairs that stress you out. Possibly a significant other that is wonderful at stressing you out. Why do we need to stress out over meal plans? Keep it simple. Okay? Please keep it simple. Just do it. Write it down. And remember, it is a meal plan. It is not a meal set in stone. So something can come up and you don't have it. Guess what? That means you can have it tomorrow. Yep, sure do. That's the other hint that I'm getting to, Andrea. When I was working, I would put, instead of these are the meal, this meal on Monday, this meal on Tuesday, this meal on Wednesday, this meal on Thursday. I would put up there, these are the meals you can choose from. Pick. These are the meals you can choose from. This is what I have ingredients for in the house. Pick. I've done that too. Well, when I was doing the 5 dinners in 1 hour, before Juan told me unequivocally that it was bland food, it would be, okay, I can make this, or this. What do you want today? And there we go. So you could just plan 7 meals. You don't have to plan the day. You don't have to plan which meal either. Maybe you could have it for lunch. Maybe you could have it for dinner. Okay? It doesn't matter. The whole idea is to have a plan in place. And if things come up, things come up. You can always make the next day. And if you can't make it the next day because it's been sitting in the fridge for so long, guess what? You can still make it that night and just eat it tomorrow. So like say all of a sudden Dad does something great and he's like, Juan is the same way, Andrea. It's not a meal if it doesn't have meat. That's why I laughed so hard the day that he ate those Sloppy Joes that were totally just portobello mushrooms. I'm sure that if I wouldn't have laughed and I would have kept my mouth shut, he never would have known. Just second, I do it all the time. We will have meatless meals. I have gotten to the point of where I will make a meatless meal and then I'll fry them up a pork chop. My rule for leftovers is 3, possibly 4 days. It depends upon what it is if I'm going to push it to the 4th and like what's in it. If it's like stew, I'll give it 4 days. If it has like cream or cheese or something in there like that, then I usually give it 3 days. So say hubby decides we're going out to Red Lobster and you're looking in the fridge going, yeah, if that ground beef sits there for 1 more day, it's going to be brown beef. So you still make it. And then you just eat it the next day. Yes, and if you throw a little, Pamela, if you throw a little soy sauce in with the portobello mushrooms, they actually taste like ground beef.
That's how my mom got daddy mushrooms.
Yep. Yes. I haven't tried Fly Lady's Sloppy Joe recipe, but I love Sloppy Joe's. Matter of fact, next week, Saturday, we're having Sloppy Joe tacos. Pasta. Are you talking like with marinara tomato-based sauce? Or are you talking butter sauce? Or are you talking cream sauce? Because like lasagna and spaghetti, well, and even enchiladas and stuff like that, they hit their peak around like day 2, day 3. The more the flavors have to meld. If we're talking tomato-based sauces, I would probably say 4 days. But it must be eaten on the 4th day. If we're talking cream-based sauces, once again, I would go with 3. That's my other thing too, Pamela. You don't have to have them as leftovers. If you make a big pot of spaghetti, I was saying this yesterday, freeze half of it. I purposely, tomato sauce, I would give it 4 days. Or freeze it and then reheat it later. If by day 2, I would definitely eat it on day 2. A roasted chicken, you can get a week's worth of meals out of that sucker, depending upon the size of your family. And different flavor aspects as well. I will purposely make double the spaghetti or double the lasagna. That way you can make a bone broth, Pamela. Anything like that, so that way I can freeze it. Tuna noodle casserole, I will double it so I can freeze it. You can have up to 3 months worth of food, basically, because pretty much everything is use it within 3 months, depending on how you have it packaged. If you have enough room in your freezer, that is usually the tricky part. So, what you make on Monday, right? You could have next week Friday if you freeze it. What you have on Tuesday, you could have next week Thursday, Wednesday to Wednesday, Thursday to Tuesday, Friday to Monday, and then Saturday and Sunday, you just eat leftovers that day. There's nothing wrong with overcooking, okay? I don't like freezing rice. What is on me? And I don't like freezing pasta. Start making a freezer list. When you go and you put something in it, write it down. And make sure, and Sheena and I went through this. I like that, Georgia. I do that as well. Not on Wednesdays. I do that on Thursdays. Every time you put something in, make sure you label the bag. Put Scotch tape over it so that way the writing doesn't come off the bag, because it will come off the bag in the freezer. Throw it in your freezer and write it down on the list so that way you know what's in your freezer. Because otherwise, it's true. You forget what's in there. You don't know what's in there. If stuff gets mushed off, you have no idea what's in there. So keep a list of it. Otherwise, you got something that's going to end up possibly getting freezer burnt, depending upon how you store your food. We have a vacuum sealer. I love that thing. But with Juan hunting, you need a vacuum sealer when it comes to processing a ton of deer. So, I don't want to lose you guys, so I'm going to plug you in. All right. Yeah, I love it. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I love that. I love that. And it gets them involved. You know, so you're not doing one thing, right? Isn't that a concept? I have it for my pantry, I have it for that freezer, and I have it for that freezer. Except I have it on my computer. It gets them involved. So you're not doing your thing and the kids are doing their thing. They're involved in what you're doing. So I love it. It helps. A freezer inventory helps because then very, very often you can end up shopping in your freezer and not even have to go grocery shopping except for like some produce. And even there, you know, when the bananas are ready to go or the strawberries are ready to go or the blueberries or whatever, they get thrown into smoothie bags. The peaches get thrown into smoothie bags. Apples get chopped up and ready to use for an apple pie. Sure can, Sheena. Cool. Andrea only had to get produce and dairy this week. So, yeah, shopping in your fridge, shopping in your freezer is amazing. And try to use whatever you can. Like I said, any produce.
That's on my pet. It's a pet black hole.
Yep. Goes into smoothie bags for me. Or like I said, apples can even go in the smoothie bags. Goes for an apple pie. Bananas can either go into smoothie bags or they can go for ice cream. Vegetables. celery and spinach and all that stuff will get shocked and frozen, so I don't have to worry about it. And I've got it in there for later. Frozen vegetables can tend to be a problem for people because you open them up and you don't use all of them.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, there you go, Sheena.
I figured out a way to make frozen vegetables. Take vegetables, regular throw out vegetables, put them in the freezer, and bam! Wait until tomorrow you have frozen vegetables.
Correct. Some of them, though, you have to cook first.
Oh, very nice. You can eat a hot dog raw.
Yes, and you can eat a hot dog raw, he says. Like if you buy frozen vegetables, because I never buy canned, I only buy frozen. And then you get like that little bit of vegetables at the bottom. I start throwing them in a gallon bag, and then all of a sudden I've got a soup mix. So, because otherwise, you got like a little bit of green beans here, a little bit of peas here, a little bit of corn here, a little bit of carrots there. I just start throwing it all into one big bag, and then I got either a soup mix or I have mixed vegetables for shepherd's pie. Yep. Try to freeze as much as you can. Because, granted, that's why I don't understand why they make freezers so small and the refrigerators so big. Doesn't make any sense. Freeze what you can. Throw them into smoothies. Throw them into soup mixes. Throw them into, whatever. The other thing with vegetables, and I really do like the idea of only going to the grocery store once, but in the summer, sometimes it is necessary to make 2 trips to the grocery store, one at the beginning or end of the week and one midweek, because you don't want all that produce going bad. So, all right. No, you cannot, Sheena. Once you freeze something and then unfreeze it, you cannot refreeze it. But you have a week to use those hot dogs. If you cook them, then you can refreeze them. So, like, if you were like to make hot dogs into something else, you can refreeze them. Just like with hamburger, you can have frozen ground beef, thaw it out, cook it up, and then refreeze it. You cannot thaw out ground beef, decide you're not going to use it, and then refreeze it. That is a bacteria colony loving you for it. So don't do that. Which is another reason why it is an extremely good idea to take a freezer chest, like a cooler, like you take to the beach, with you when you go to the grocery store, so you can stick your frozen items in there. Because that will help. So, all right, let's go through our setup. I can figure out what I did with it. So I had notes written on it. Oh, there we go. Sheena, were you guys playing poker in the chat on Facebook earlier?
What's poker?
Any meat.
What's poker?
Poker. Any meat. Or actually, pretty much anything. If it's frozen, you thaw it out. You have to cook it before you refreeze it with the meat. No matter what. It's got to be cooked before you refreeze it. And then I would just add a little note on your sheet, cooked. So that way you know it'll be a fast meal.
Let's review the ones I want.
You got about 8 minutes and Daddy will be calling. Okay? And then we have to go to the liquor store to get Daddy some beer. Today is meal day, anti-procrastination day. Can you take a cooked hamburger and freeze that again? Yes. Yes. If you are changing the state of the meat, so like frozen to thawed, it's still raw, right? And then you cook it, you can freeze it. Oh, cool. Because I thought I saw a 5 of something come up. So as long as you're cooking whatever, you can refreeze it. All right. So today we went through, some of us, and planned out our meals. We planned out our grocery list. My grocery list is still frighteningly small. We took care of cleaning out our fridge, checking our supply list, so that way we know where we're going when we go to errand day tomorrow. No, because you haven't done anything to it. It's cooked, thawed, still cooked, because you haven't done anything with it. It has to either be eaten or thrown out. You cannot refreeze it. Because, see, when you take like the hamburger, the chicken, the sausage, whatever, out of the freezer and you thaw it out, when you cook it, you kill bacteria, right? Then, as we start cooling it off, we enter into another danger zone where bacteria can form. And that is when it either goes into the refrigerator or goes into the freezer. So if you were to pull it out and thaw it out again, then we get back into that danger zone. So cook to thawed, then refreeze. Okay. You mean thawed, cooked, and then refreezed? Yes, that's okay. As long as you're cooking it, you're putting it to fire, you're okay. Fire, good. So we've got our meal plan started to go. Hopefully you guys got some ideas and everything else like that tonight on ways to make your life a lot easier when it comes to planning. So I am going to challenge you to plan out the next 2 days. Oh, really, Georgia? Gina, there is a PDF from the Department of Agriculture that will let you know, which also means that I can see if I am actually talking correctly. I will have to check it out. And you said it's doubt, throw out? Because I would hate to be giving you wrong information. So now I can also double check my information. I am going off of what I have always been told. So if I am wrong, that'll be awesome to find out that I'm wrong and I can correct myself to you guys. All right. So did we get up, get dressed to shoes, hair, and face today? I have not seen Brittany on here, so I don't know if she took a shower yet this morning. Did you eat all your meals, drink all your water, take all your meds? This is it for my water today, but I will probably have another one. And did you get out and walk? Did you do your loving movement? What did you do for it? 15 minutes or 60? And of course, don't forget to pamper yourself. Ready for bed. Do that right after dinner. Wash face, brush teeth, floss, mouthwash, all that wonderful stuff. It will stop you from midnight snacking. And then you can go right to bed when you want to. And then, of course, go to bed at a regular hour. Cleaning. Did we get our weekly home blessing in today? Did we make the bed? Swish and swipe. Remember, that is our focus of the day, of the month. Laundry, 1 full cycle. Hot spots, 3 of them, 2 minutes each. Right now, my hot spot is that hallway because Giuseppe got a new Lego bin. And I needed to make room for his Lego bin. So we had to take his old empty Lego bin and add his old Kiwi and Tinker crates into it. So now I have all the old Kiwi and Tinker crate boxes that I have to get rid of. Room rescue, 3 of them, 5 minutes each, plus 1 for the kiddos' rooms. Your mission for today, that is next week, was we did the cobwebs, then we did it was the refrigerator. Duh. Don't forget to shine your sink tonight. And of course, the kiddos need to do their chores. Planning. All right. So let's take care of the monkey brain, get it down onto the monkey page. That is not what I'm calling it. So deal with it. Monkey brain to monkey list. Monkey brain to monkey list. Clear it out so that way you can get everything out written down. You don't have to remember it. Okay. What are your 3 goals for tomorrow? Pick from that list or pick something totally different. What is for dinner tomorrow? I challenge each and every one of you, since we are doing this whole section on meal planning, to plan tomorrow night's dinner. We are going to have, what are we going to have? Chicken patties. I got Bunzel's homemade chicken patties in there. I'm going to have some chicken patties made with fresh chicken. All right. Check your appointments. What appointments do you have tomorrow? And then also check the next 2 days out so that way nothing sneaks up on you. Because that's how things sneak up on you when you don't check ahead of time. Because then all of a sudden you turn the page for tomorrow and bam, you got a birthday. Well, if you're checking 2 days out, that birthday can't sneak up on you. So check the next 2 days out. Don't forget to set up your launch pad. Don't forget, do your coffee pot, your teapot, purse, wallet, keys, journal, planner, computer, phone, charger, water bottle. Don't forget to make lunches. Put the lunch box there. Whatever you need. And then, of course, don't forget to lay out clothes. Now, Pamela put an amazing idea in chat, and I actually want to verbalize it for those of my followers who are not on the chat with us. And she said that she looks at it this way for getting up, because there's been a lot of discussion this week, both with my paying clients and here, about, I hate getting dressed in the morning. I hate doing my hair. I hate doing my makeup. I hate being crunched for time. There's been a lot of discussion about that this week. So, and I basically do the same thing too. I get ready immediately upon waking up. Now, I understand if you've got dogs, you got to let them out. But for those of us without pets, I get dressed immediately. I do my hair. I do my makeup. All that stuff is done because then the rest of the time is my time. So, and with that, we're not going to be able to hear each other anymore. So I'm going to say ta, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. And tomorrow night, we will continue the series on meal prepping and planning. and we're going to do tips and tricks and everything out. And I'm going to go check out that Department of Agriculture site right now. Have a great night, Andrea. And I will talk to y'all later. I hope you guys make the best out of the rest of your evening. Bye.